We have several really important bills here to sign. We're here at Musso Farms here in Pueblo, Colorado, home of Pueblo chilies, the very best chili available. I'm really glad that we are signing a bill that Representative Mateo, Helton, Heisey, and Senator Heisey and Senator Donovan wrote, the Colorado Seed Act. This bill helps our Department of Ag make sure that we have great labels on the sale of seeds that protects our farmers and protects everyone we feed, consumers as well. The Seed Act makes sure that Colorado's hardworking farmers are getting the seeds that they actually pay for, that they order, so they get the crop yields that they need to support themselves and to keep Coloradans well fed. So I want to thank Representative Mateo and her bipartisan sponsors, Representative Helton, Senator Heisey, and Senator Donovan for this important work. And we'll turn it over to Representative Mateo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Governor. Appreciate you coming down, visiting beautiful Pueblo County. My name is Representative Mateo. I represent House District 47, and I know we're all melted in this heat, so I'm going to make this quick. I'm really proud of the package of 3 bills that Mr. Governor is signing here today. The first one being the Colorado Seed Act. It's important that we protect our farmers, that we support our farmers, and that we continue to support rural Colorado. So with that, thank you, Mr. Governor.
It's the law. Congratulations. All right, next we have, thanks to the work of Representative McLaughlin and Representative Mateo and Senator Donovan and Senator Coram, we have the bipartisan Rural Economic Development Initiative Grant Program. It's an important part of our administration's rural economic blueprint, but the Rural Economic Development Initiative is critical to helping rural communities with less than 20,000 people plan and invest in local projects that create jobs and economic opportunity. I want to thank the sponsors in so many rural communities from across our state for designing and moving this bill forward in a session that was cut short by the global pandemic, showing the deep commitment of legislators on both sides of the aisle to rural economic development. I'm proud to introduce a real champion of rural Colorado, Representative Mateo.
Thank you so much again, Mr. Governor. I'm especially proud of this bill, Senate Bill 2. First of all, I love the fact that it is Senate Bill 2. Thank you, Mr. Senate President, for prioritizing rural economic development here in Colorado. I really do believe that without the help of programs like this, rural Colorado would suffer, especially now in the age of the pandemic. Proud to sponsor this bill. I'm proud to continue to work for rural Colorado, and I think this is going to provide some much needed support from our state government. So with that, Mr. Governor.
It's official. Congratulations. Next, we have the Peace Officer Standards and Training Board Scholarship and Small Law Enforcement Bill. Representative Mateo, what a prolific legislator. My goodness here, 3 amazing bills. I also want to thank her bipartisan sponsor in the Senate, Senator Cook for Weld County, and Senator Bridges, who also worked on this important bill. This bill comes at an important time for our men and women in blue. It's a changing time in professional law enforcement. I hope that it leads to greater trust of law enforcement. We really need to uplift the excellent men and women that protect us, the men and women that run towards fire to save others. This bill establishes a scholarship program for law enforcement agencies in rural jurisdictions. It helps with tuition costs for peace officer training and attendance at training academies. And we know that a lot of our smaller jurisdictions don't have the same economies of scale as at Denver or Jeffco Sheriff. And we want to make sure that we can have the very best law enforcement officials across our entire state, including in rural areas, and that we can, by making sure that we have the right benefits and training in place, that we can have greater trust between the officers and the communities that they serve. I want to thank the sponsors for their work on this great bipartisan bill to help make sure that we have well-trained, thoughtful law enforcement officers in communities across this state that can help keep all of us safe and help fight crime. With that, we'll turn it over to a very prolific legislator, Representative Mateo.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. I have really great mentors in Representative Escar, Senate President Garcia, and Representative Valdez. I'm very proud to be part of this team working for Pueblo, Colorado. This bill, House Bill 1229, was actually brought to me by one of my sheriffs, Sheriff Sean Mobley out of Otero County. You know, he filled me in that, like so many other professions, we have a hard time recruiting, attracting, and then retaining young professionals in rural Colorado. This bill is a critical piece of legislation that I think will go a long way in ensuring that we do recruit more men and women in blue and keep rural Colorado safe and make for a future. So with that, thank you, Mr. Governor.
It's official. Congratulations. Great bill. Okay. The final bill we have today, led by Representative Escar, the chair of the Joint Budget Committee, Senate President Leroy Garcia, as well as Senator Rodriguez of Denver. This bill helps protect consumers from utility bills, especially low-income Coloradans. It enacts a number of measures to make sure that people across the state, and especially here in Pueblo County, get protections when it comes to getting basic utility services like electricity, like gas. This bill makes sure that the Public Utilities Commission will adopt best practices, consumer protections for hardworking Pueblo families so that people don't lose access to basic utilities. And for people that are struggling to pay your utility bill, reach out to your utility provider to set up payment arrangements to help make sure that you can ensure access to your service and that it meets the needs of your family. Finally, there's a lot of folks in our state who should either have their hours cut back or have lost their jobs because of the pandemic. And they can also be eligible for assistance from the state low-income energy assistance program, LEAP, or Energy Outreach Colorado. And this bill will help with that important work. So thank you to the legislative champions of this important work, fighting for consumers and making sure that we can have affordable electricity and gas. And we'll turn it over to Senate President, Pueblo's own Leroy Garcia.
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate you all joining us. I have to give a lot of acknowledgement to my colleagues who are with us every day and working hard to ensure that we're fighting for Southern Colorado. I'm extremely proud that today the Governor will be signing several bills that are really important to Southern Colorado, including Fisher's Peak later today, and also for our enrollment at Pueblo Community College. This bill really highlights something that we've been working on for several years right here in Southern Colorado to address some of the inequities around our utility provider and bring about greater transparency and understanding about how the Public Utilities Commission can also work with us in protecting consumer ratepayers. It's a really important piece of policy. And I want to highlight several policies that the Governor will sign into law today are really important and fruits of this unique legislative session. So with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Representative Escar.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming here today, taking the time to really participate in this process. This is kind of the end of the line of the legislative process. When the Governor finally signs the hard work we've done, this will also thank you for being here as well. Mr. Governor, we appreciate it. This bill is specifically important for Southern Colorado. Consumers have no choice on who their utility corporations are. They're investor-owned utility companies that are really pretty much a monopoly. They don't have to answer to their consumers. A lot of them can act in good faith, but this law specifically makes them take care of the consumers and protects the consumers within these entities. And anybody who's followed the conversations that we've been having at the state capitol the last 6 years I've served, this is a big issue and a big problem here in Southern Colorado. And this bill is just one more step forward to making sure that consumers are protected at all times. So we appreciate the session, Mr. Law Governor, and I appreciate the work that Senator Garcia has been doing on this issue with me for the last 6 years.
Great. And Danae, we have a special signing pen. Special signing pen here for this bill. There you we go. Sorry, Leroy, you get the right.
Chili.
Congratulations, everybody.